Guess where I'm going? I'm going to fetch my van. Woohoo! It's windy. So I'm in my van. It already feels a little bit better, but the steering is a little bit funny. So there's steering gears and the top mount that needs to be fixed. I thought last time the steering wheel felt a bit stiff. So basically I have to bring it back in on Friday, but I'm gonna sleep in it for 2 nights, tonight and tomorrow night. So good to drive. Will they yell tonight? I don't know. We'll see. I'll be everything's on time. At the end of the day, I just explained to the guy, I was like, listen here, I'm starting a new job on a campsite. I need to make sure that I am go-to ready for the summer. You know? Do you know what? I love my freaking van. I love my van. I love my van. I love my freaking van. Not sure if you can see me, but yeah, I am. There's a place I wanted to park tonight, but someone's there. I'm just gonna turn around, but yeah, I got to see my friends in Treforest, which is amazing. And now I'm just finding a parker for the night. So it's cute, the sheep. It feels good to be back in the van. The place I want to stay at tonight is just it's been raining, so there's like a pothole area, and also I just don't feel comfortable staying there. So I'm just gonna find a place down here to park. So I've just parked up and I'm gonna call it a night. I'm really tired and I'm gonna get an early night so I can work tomorrow. See you in the morning. Good morning. Good morning. I had a really good sleep last night. I slept like here. So yeah, I'm just now driving to my co-working space and let's get the day started. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Love that I'm driving it again and I'm just thinking about my summer. People are messaging. And it's crazy when you're in the van and it's sunny, you don't stay in the van. I'm like up and ready to go. I was like up at 6 o'clock this morning. I was like, no, let's just chill for a second. My mind was like tick, 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 because I needed to drive to Cardiff. Because I need to maneuver. Oh my goodness, I need to proper give you like a lowdown as to what's going on. Okay, so I've just spent £500 on the immobilizer. Literally. Like, when they say the immobilizer is going to be expensive, I now know what they're talking about. And this was to fix it in a way that I don't have to get a new immobilizer. However, there's still the gears and the steering and the top mount, which I thought the top mount was fixed a long time ago, but it wasn't. They fixed what was urgent first, which is fine. So that's gonna cost me like 300 and something pounds. So I need to do some arrangements. I'm taking the van back. So I picked the van up yesterday. I'm taking the van back tomorrow because I wanted to sleep in it for a couple of nights, and I wanted to drive it to see what it's feeling like, what's the vibe, if there's any other nicks. So yesterday when I got the vans wouldn't lock, and I was like, what the hell? So they're gonna change the battery tomorrow. Hopefully it's just the battery, hopefully, and luckily I'll be on a campsite, so for now it's like not that bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll see how the summer goes, and if there's still issues then I'll have to sort that out at the end of the summer or something like that, but hopefully not. Said to the mechanics, I have to be in my new campsite next week by Friday. I need my van next Friday. My sister's in London. I need to go help her and look after the kids. So I'm going to London on Saturday morning or Friday night. I haven't decided yet. I've got a client on Friday that I'm squeezing in for 6:30 because I need the money. I'm going to a house for 3 hours to help her. So I'm going to be in London for the weekend and with my sister. But the thing is, I thought to myself, let me drop the van in on Friday. They've got it throughout the week, and then I come collect it Wednesday, Thursday. Even if it's Thursday, I don't mind. Like, I can sleep on the sofa somewhere on Wednesday. But I need my van because I need to drive to the campsite on Friday or Friday or Saturday. And like, ideally I want to drive at night because it's only 3.5 hours if you drive at night with no traffic. But if there's traffic, it's going to be like 5 hours or something because it's on the M25. You've got to go. So we don't want that. I'd rather get to the place at like 5 o'clock in the morning rather than getting there with traffic, because I hate traffic. So I just dropped the van off at the mechanics for the second time. I'm gonna collect it next week, Friday hopefully. They're gonna work on the steering, the gear and the top mount. But I'm going to London. I'm like really excited because I could just get stuff done in the meantime, and hopefully be leaving next week Friday. I have just finished my client meeting, which was amazing. I'm now just packing for London. My van's back in the mechanics, like you saw earlier, and I need to do some work today. So I had my meeting with Universal Credit for self-employment. You go to have like a whole interview to see if you're like fully self-employed, gainfully self-employed, which I am. And it was amazing. It was like, how incredible. I want to do a whole video about that on my Tasha J. Cole YouTube channel. But it was so sick. Like, they were so nice. You got a minimum income flooring for a year. So just help support you whilst you're growing your business, which is exactly what I need, to be honest. And yeah, she was just really lovely. She was like, keep fighting the fight. You're doing great. Very empowering. She couldn't understand why I'm living in a van. So I like beat the stereotypical person, which is awesome. And yeah, so I'm on my way to London. I've been living out of bags, like plastic bags, because my van's been in the mechanics for 21 days, and now it's back in the mechanics, and then next week I'll have my van. It's just like, I'm sick of living in a plastic bag, and I'm just done. I'm so done living this life of plastic bag life. I miss my van, so this is like the last week of push through, which I'm really excited for. So yeah, let's do this. Hi everyone, I'm back in my van. I was in London for like a week, and I got to catch up with my sister and her kids and my boyfriend. I'm tired right now, but basically I have my van and they have done the top mount, the steering, the gears, and now I'll ask them, so what about, like, I want to travel, what is your advice? Because my mechanics have been working on my van for like a long time now, and they were like, have a full service done and then do like this timing something. I wrote it down somewhere, but basically I need to price that up so that I can go to France, because I am not going to France unless I get the okay from my mechanics. And if France doesn't happen, I'm going to do a trip in the UK, so likely Scotland or something. So I need to make sure that I am sorted. So at the moment I'm just in little car park at the moment, and obviously when I drove away my speedometer stopped working, so I have to go back to the mechanics tomorrow morning, which sucks, but at least it's now rather than later, so that's the fingers crossed that will get sorted out tomorrow morning. It kind of pissed me off, to be honest, because I was like, really, Van? I'm going to be working remotely, so I'm going to be changing things up. So actually what I want to talk about is so my new job starts, well, I say new job, but I've got many jobs. Oh, I love it. So my new job really is going to be working on a campsite, which is due to start next week, Tuesday now. I thought I was be traveling tomorrow night or the Saturday night, which is not the case. I am actually traveling on Tuesday night, but once the van's okay tomorrow, I'm gonna work all day tomorrow, work all day Saturday, get myself like locked and loaded, then gonna drive Saturday evening through to this campsite. I think I might stay like around, and then Sunday actually pay for the campsite Sunday night and Monday night to then drive through. So it will be like halfway in between the campsite and like this my go-to campsite and this new campsite I'm working at. But feels good. I am so exhausted. I feel like I want to give you a catch up tomorrow, but in the meantime, let's watch me make a salad in little car park. So this is my so-called kitchen. I'm making myself a Caesar salad. Literally 4 ingredients, here's the salad. Banging. What I will say is that there's 2 things I really want to achieve this summer, and that's upgrade my battery to, I think it's like a £900 investment, to a fridge, because that's like £200. So it's like, ideally those are the 2 things I really want, because it's going to be summer. I really need a fridge. I'm going to try to run the fridge on the power I've got already, but it's very important to me that I have a fridge, because I picked up weight, and this is like my chance to eat really, really well and take care of my body. Cooking out of microwave. I've been having such a high carb diet because of my lifestyle, and like I want to conquer eating well whilst living in a van. So that's like my goal for the summer of 2023. So I just put in £50 worth of petrol, diesel, and I paid 147.7. I think might be the cheapest diesel I've ever paid for since owning the van. I think. Can't quite remember. But I thought I'd put in £50 now. 34, just under 34 litres. How much my van diesel's gonna cost me going there. And I'm assuming so my speedometer wasn't working, and now it's working. What's going on here, man? I'm definitely gonna still take it tomorrow. He must go check at it. He must just double check this. this is why I love my mechanics. Like Luke and Kenny are just brilliant. You know what I mean? Like, the delay that happened before wasn't their fault. Like, it's not their problem, and they shouldn't be judged. And the thing is like, they know my van. Like, we literally worked through everything yesterday. Like, we went through a list, and they're like, yeah, we're nearly done the list. And it's been like, it's come a long way. And it's like, when I got the van was really bad. Like, so bad. The van was so bad that, like, in order to switch off the hazards, you had to turn on the lights, but you couldn't keep the lights on too much. You then had to disconnect the battery. It was like, what the hell is going on? The doors wouldn't lock. Okay, you could only lock it from the inside. The remote wouldn't lock the door. The back door couldn't open from the outside. Still can't, but I kind of like it like that. So I kind of, it's not like a priority list at the moment. They'll be on the to-do list at some point. So yeah, that is my update, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thank you so much again for everybody that's been, honestly, I've had inboxes of people being so nice. I've had, like, just bliss from people. Like, Tasha, are you okay? How's the van? Have you got food? Are you okay? And it's just like, I feel like that's what I really appreciated about doing YouTube, is that I kind of wanted that in my normal life. Like, someone just to call me and go, Tasha, are you okay? It sounds so sad, but it's true. Anyway, I have my Van Life Perspective podcast that is launched. Unfortunately, I've missed a week because of the van, but I am in the van again. I'm actually going to go to a spot where I'm going to be where I recorded the first two episodes. So I'm going to launch episode 2 fairly soon, hopefully this weekend, but I've got so much work to do. I've got Van Life Perspective podcast. Check it out on Spotify. I've actually had, I think there's been like 20 viewers, which has been pretty cool. Like, that's good, especially if I haven't been doing that much promotion, only Instagram and YouTube. I've also started sorting out my website. My website is going to be misskiff.co. I think that's it. Follow me on my Instagram. Make sure that you always check out the community page. I do have Soul Tribe membership, which you get exclusive content and updates. Plus, you will be the first to have early access on videos. So on Patreon, it's pay what you can. And on YouTube, it's called Soul Tribe. But if you pay on YouTube, it's only for exclusive content. Do you know what? Before I was like, oh no, I shouldn't, but because of the recent events that's happened, like YouTube monetization isn't a lot at the moment. It's like literally like pounds at this point, like a couple of pounds. And this, if you subscribe to either Patreon or my Soul Tribe on YouTube, then you are helping towards this channel, basically. So make sure that you check those out, and I will see you in the next video.